welcome to the Audi. Now, today what I wanted to do very quickly, I don't have much light left. I have about an hour until sundown, so not too much light left at all. And yes, it's only 3 o'clock. Welcome to the UK in the winter. Anyway, I haven't done a video in this Audi properly other than the reveal video, and I want to change that a little bit. At the beginning I was holding this back. I've actually had this car for around a month or so, not over a month. I just haven't done a reveal yet for the reason that I wanted to make it more of like a build-up thing, and when I was ready. But I've now changed my strategy a little bit. I actually want to do something a little bit different. I'm sure there's a hell of a lot of questions about this car, but first things first, let's set up the mount. I haven't got a mount for the camera, which I'm actually going to use this thing. This is actually going to become my main car vlogging camera now. I did use this for my videos upstairs, not without the microphone, but I'm now going back to my other camera, hopefully, if I can. But anyway, let's get set up with this, because this has been long overdue. Got my seatbelt trapped in the door. Right, what we're gonna do today, as I said, I want to talk a little bit more about everything. Again, this setup, test it, let me know if you like it. If you don't like it, I'd love to know as well. But first things first, we should probably go somewhere. Where are we going? That's a good question. I'm gonna try and find a road. I don't know any roads in Birmingham. That's one thing I haven't taken the time to learn any routes, any roads, that kind of thing. So I guess we're just gonna drive and hope we find somewhere. I think I have an idea. It's a kind of quiet road, but it is a residential. I don't care, Theo, let's just get on with it and drive. Get rid of that thing, and nope, that's just made it worse. Brilliant. All right, let's just go. I know you're not supposed to have those lights on when you're driving, but quite honestly, it's daytime and I don't think it's gonna be an issue to anybody. But, talking about the Audi, there's a lot to talk about. A lot of people obviously have questions on why I got this and not a Skyline, and a lot of things like that. And obviously, there's a lot to talk about. And in this video, I'm going to do my best to explain a lot of things, a lot of questions you guys have, but this is also the proper announcement that this is the next video on the RS4 will probably be a Q&A. So if you have any questions about why I own this car, anything to do with the car whatsoever, if you want to see anything, hear anything, make sure to let me know down in the comments. I will reply to a lot of them that I see, and thumbs up ones that you like, because then it has a higher chance of me seeing it, because there's usually a lot of questions on these videos. I do go through them all again, but I can't answer all of them. So for those wondering, it's an Audi Rs4 B7, 2007 model, and I absolutely love it. I fell in love when I saw it, so that's why I bought it. For those wondering, why did you get this and not a Skyline? Because this, to me, made a better choice in the fact that I could get it now. Let's be clear, I had a hit and miss relationship with my BMW. It didn't, a lot of the time I loved it, most of the time I didn't, and again, I always wanted to do a bit of an upgrade. I mean, who doesn't like to upgrade? Everybody likes to play with new toys every now and again. New toys, well, they're new toys, they're a lot of fun. If I was going to get a Skyline instead of this for the same price, it would have either been a GTT R34, or it would have been an R33 GTR or an R32 GTR. And me personally, I don't like the R33 GTR enough to be able to buy it over an R34. Like, it's a very good car. It's probably my second favorite type of GTR or Skyline or whatever and everything. If I wanted an R34, I would have had to get a GTT. GTT, not as exciting to me, not as exciting. Something I'm definitely looking at in the future though, because again, GTT is still a Skyline, it's still pretty close on power, if not very, 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 very similar. Some people prefer it. You know, there's a lot of things to look at, and I think by getting lost, I've found an interesting little road. It's very small, so I'm gonna have to be very careful because a big vehicle passing me. Small UK roads, very small UK roads. But yeah, I could have saved the money for an R34 GTR, so why didn't I do that? Why am I spending my money on something like this? Now, this, I think, was a good test, is a good test. It's gonna be a good test. This thing is basically, it has a V8, it has all-wheel drive, and those are two things that I wanted to try. I am a type of person at the moment, like a lot of people ask me why I just spend my money on different cars and why I don't actually, well, just upgrade one or get one I can upgrade or that kind of thing. Well, the reason behind that, my friends, is because, well, I want to try lots of different cars. In the UK, owning a car, if you didn't know, is much more expensive, much more expensive. And I would rather have one car that I adore than having lots of different cars. And again, I go through cars, I sell them. It's not as if I'm throwing the money away, because, well, I'm not. Every time I spend money on a car, that money, I lose like a bit of money. Like, obviously everything loses value, but it doesn't lose that much value. Something like this, for example, if I kept it for a year, 6 months, it's probably going to drop value of, okay, let's say I bought it for 15, the sale value right now would probably be 14, 13 grand, something like that. I'm going to say more like 13 grand if I was to trade it in towards something else, for example. And I reckon this will hold. I may be wrong, but I don't care. I could lose value of 2-3 grand. It's still worth £10,000, which is a bulk of the money. And I got to experience a V8 all-wheel drive and basically something with 415 fucking brake horsepower for 15 grand. Ridiculous. And my windows are steaming up, so I should fix that. I am so nervous driving down this road. My car is quite wide. It's not massively wide, but there's a lot of wider cars on the road. Like big SUVs, they should be banned, really. They should be banned. Now, you said that you're going to keep this for about a year. Is that true? Straight at the bat, it's a good drive. I enjoyed this car very much, but I don't think it's a car for life. I really don't. It's got a few niggles that I don't like, which you'll learn over time. One of them being the fuel economy, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. If you have all-wheel drive and a V8, you're going to have issues. If you have a V8 full stop, you're going to have a lot of issues. When you consider the price of fuel in the UK compared to the US, it's massive. The cost of insurance, the cost of road tax, everything in the UK costs more money to do with cars, and that's just fact. At the end of it, if I got a GTT instead of this thing, would I be more or less happy? And oh my fucking god, there's a bus on this road. How the cock am I supposed to fit past this? Well, I found a road I'm never going on again, but... Oh, V8 power! That was like 4,000k. That was second gear, 4k. This thing's ridiculous. It's so much fun. So much fun. Merging is the best thing ever. Except when slow twats get ahead of you. Because they don't know how to drive, apparently, in the UK. Very fucking annoying. But anyway, if I got a GTT over this, I would have been less happy. And the reason is I didn't get to try all-wheel drive. I would be buying a rear-wheel drive car that, I mean, it's gonna be exciting, it's gonna be fun. I have to speed up pretty quickly here, so that's what I'm gonna do. And it's wet. Oh my god! I fucking love this car! Holy shit! Holy shit! Everything aside, when can you tell I'm excited right now? It might be expensive, it might be big and stupid, it might be a car that I might not keep, but oh god, is this thing so much fun. The most fun I've ever had in a car, honestly, and it's my own. I've driven a V10 Audi R8, again, that probably would have been more fun, but it's not mine and I couldn't open it up as much as I would, like, if it was my own. Like, I can drive this thing so stupidly because it's mine and I don't give a shit, you know? It's so cool. I'm gonna do a proper video of driving this very, very soon. Again, I've been driving it for over a month, so I'm pretty much used to it now. I still do feel it's a bit wide at points, and I do get a bit nervous, but hey, I mean, that's always going to be the case, especially with a car that, if you keep going up in value in cars, you're going to be more and more nervous, I would assume. And also, it feels like it's the widest fucking thing I've ever driven in my life. Other than that bastard BMW that I drove in Germany, that was massive. Is the Skyline dream written off? No, I wouldn't say so. A car, when you buy it, doesn't just drop off value. It doesn't completely die in value. You keep a majority of that value. This car is not going to be a keeper. It's going to be sold. I don't believe, again, I don't believe this is a car that I am going to love forever. And I'm looking at something that I'm going to get next. I'm the type of guy that's already looking and planned what I would like to get, a few options. For example, I think I would like to let you guys know now, because again, I want to try and be a bit more open with this kind of stuff now, I guess. It might, I mean, hyping it up is all cool and all, but if everybody knows, I guess that's a different type of thing I just want to experiment with. But anyway, I am currently, you may have seen a couple of tweets, I haven't really spoken about it a whole lot, but I would seriously love to get my hands on a Lexus RCF. Now, I guess some of you could argue that it's a downgrade from this, and a Skyline would be a downgrade from this in my view, unless I was upgrading it, but still, the point is it would still be a downgrade, because I'm not saying I'm going to keep the RCF, you know, stock or whatever, but I mean, it has more power, it's more modern. There's a few things about that car that I just really want to experience. that's the type of person I am. I'm a person who likes to experience. I've come to the point in, I guess, not my car life, but my life, in where I could very much spend all my time working and making more, you know, making more videos to make more money if I wanted to. I could totally do that. Or I could stop a minute, slow down for a second, and appreciate the things I have, do more things that I haven't done yet, experience more things that I haven't yet. And I guess that's reflected in how I work with cars. And it's like, I could have very much easily slapped in a turbo, slapped on a big wing and everything onto my Lexus. But I still have it, by the way, if you don't know. But that wasn't the right car to do it on for me. I want the right car. Is that a Skyline? Possibly. If so, why are you spending all your money you could save up and get one? Well, I'm eventually going to get there if that's the case. But right now, in my mindset, I'm fucking loving this car, and it's one of the best purchases I've ever fucking made because it's so much fun. And also, the next step, I believe, is saving up, which is going to take a while because it's 15 grand to like 40 grand used, which they're depreciating quite a lot because it's not a very popular car. But that car recently has just turned my head and made me go, I need to look into getting one of those. But yeah, that's basically what I want to talk about today. I bought this car to experiment, and I'm going to buy other cars in the future to experiment. If maybe I won't like the RCF, maybe I'll change my mind from the RCF. We're just going to see how it goes. And again, I'm trying this new like open approach, I guess, making it a bit more personal, if you will, because again, I'm not a robot. I'm a person, you know, at the end, and that's what everyone is. I hope everyone that's watching. Otherwise, I've got some fucking bots watching me or something. But I'm rambling. I'm going to do a lot of videos in the future on this car because obviously a lot of people may not ever, you might be able to afford something like this, but you have to also consider the fuel. For example, on the other day when I dropped my girlfriend off at the airport, very sad, I know. I hate doing that, but it has to be done. I filled up with fuel at like 4 AM, drove to Heathrow, drove back. I needed to refill again. So I probably spent about £100 of fuel, then to find out that my oil was low, so I had to top up my oil, which ended up being about £50 in oil. Well, it shouldn't have been that much, but again, I bought more just for the future's sake, rather than having to go like, oh, I've got low fuel, then driving. I could just low fuel, and, you know, you get the idea. But that's it so far. I am looking at getting some modifications to this car, but again, as I said, because I'm not looking to keep this thing, that's why I'm always kind of toned back on the customizations of my cars. There are some things I could do, as long as they're reversible and not too expensive to just be like, hey, put it on, take it off, oh, I've now got a useless bit there. It's probably gonna, it might sell, but it would be more annoying to have to try and sell it, you know? But again, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. The RCF is the next goal, but this thing is, for now, a hell of a fucking lot of fun. Now, I think what I'm going to do is try and find somewhere that I can pull it once more a little bit. And then we're going to do a proper video, GoPro setup everywhere, pulling this thing because it's a fucking monster. Right, here we go. Final pull and straighten out. Ah, oh, yes! Oh, fuck, I love this thing so much. So much fun. And that rattling stuff, that's all my stuff everywhere because this thing is... It's my daily, currently. It's my daily. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.